And look at who we got here with us as well. Actress, best-selling author Gabrielle Union in studio, have your new book out. It is coming out tomorrow. It's called You Got Anything Stronger. Your book before this was called We're Going to Need More Wine. Is your next book make it a double? I mean, what is...
I'll give you 10% for that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Explain the title to us there of the new book.
You Got Anything Stronger? Because, you know, I like to have my books feel like a conversation over... You know, it's first a glass of wine, perhaps. But now with this book, I leave nothing on the table. So I'm like, you got anything stronger? You know, because you might need a stiffer drink for what I'm talking about.
I think we can all understand where you're coming from. We know you're back to work. You were in Europe. We saw your daughter, Kaavia James. Looks like Paris. It worked out well. Tell us about the trip.
Oh, we had a wonderful trip. It was in 4 parts. First couple weeks, we were on a boat. First week was with our parents. And then the second week was the couples trip. And then we met everyone in Paris, and then we finished up in Burgundy with just me and Dwayne, and it was unreal. The longest vacation I've ever had, and the most amazing vacation I have truly ever had.
That sounds pretty great.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely needed. And Dwayne, I don't know who this guy is in retirement, but the happiest, most romantic man.
Wow.
Like, he's something out of, you know, Bridgerton. This is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's talk about the book. The first essay is about having Kaavia James be a surrogate, and you're very open about your feelings of failure around that. Was that hard to write?
It wasn't hard to write. It was hard to write knowing other people would see it. And the fear of judgment and the fear of being completely kind of naked and vulnerable with it, that part is terrifying. But the more I realize that my vulnerability is my superpower, and in the sharing of your vulnerability and being radically transparent, it creates community. Because every time, you know, I've been a little cagey or I've just outright lied, what it does is it closes the door on creating community, and it just allows people to continue to feel like they're alone. So with this book, I'm like, here I am, take me as I am. I'm giving you the full tea, all of the tea, but know that I know you're not alone. I know you might feel like alone, because a lot of us feel like we are drowning in plain sight and people are walking by us, holding life preservers, watching us drown. And with this book, I want to say, I see you. Here's a life preserver. You know, we can together save ourselves.
Now, how could that Gabrielle Union have made your character and Bring It On different? Because you do write a letter, essentially, to your character, almost apologizing for what you felt the character at the time needed to be, but you think it was a mistake?
I do think it was a mistake. I was given full range to do whatever I wanted with Isis and Bring It On, and I chose respectability. And to be classy and take the high road, because I felt like that would make her the appropriate, the right kind of black girl. Black girls aren't allowed to be angry, certainly not, you know, demonstratively angry. And I muzzled her. And, you know, so last summer, it was the 20th anniversary of Bring It On, and we were doing all these panels with, you know, Kirsten Dunst and Peyton Reed, our director and our writer, and we were talking about a sequel, and we're all like, we should do a sequel, but this time it should focus on, you know, the Clovers and Isis, and should be written by a black person. And I realized that I need to come to grips and acknowledge where I failed Isis. When given full control, I made her appropriate.
So what would she have done?
Oh, read the Toros for filth. I would have been like, yeah, when you had to do your own work, it wasn't enough. You came in second. Take that L. Take that loss. Yeah. You know, I would have allowed her to be angry. I would have allowed her her full humanity. And part of being a full human is the ability to express rage when harmed. You know what I mean? When you don't really allow yourself your full range of emotion, and you muzzle your own emotions, it allows people to think, well, maybe what I did wasn't that bad.
It also comes out somewhere else.
It comes out somewhere else. It's misplaced. So I would have given her all the anger. And the other weird thing was, around last summer, there was this meme going around about movie villains. And Isis was a villain.
Wow.
I had muzzled her. I made her gracious, like this, you know, decent, you know, kind leader. And I was still a villain in that movie for making her want accountability for the theft of their work product and the cultural appropriation. And I was still a villain. I did all that shape-shifting for a character. It's not even real. Realizing I was doing that to myself too. And I wasn't allowing myself the full range of of my humanity.
But you'll get to fix all that in the sequel, which is coming when?
Oh, listen, like everyone's getting read for filth in the sequel. ISIS will pull no punches.
Bring It On takes on a whole new meaning. Like, bring it on.
Oh, bring it,
See
bring
the way
it.
I said it in the open. Bring it on.
Yes.
All right. There are some fun stories in the book as well, including a dance battle with Bruno Mars.
Yes, yes. It was an epic, epic night. It's one of those nights that when people are like, I have FOMO, I'm like, you probably should have, because it was this amazing Atlantic Records party, and Bruno he had just had like a hit, you know, but people knew him, but it wasn't, you know, the fact that he was performing for the label should tell you everything. He wasn't like the Bruno Mars we see today. And I had all my girls assembled, you know, including Serena Williams, who is, you know, FYI, everything at karaoke and exactly who you want to tag in a dance battle. And we're on the dance floor, we're kind of vibing, and then through the crowd comes this little whirling dervish of a person. And there's Bruno Mars with his full band, and they were like, are you ready? And I was like, oh, I'm stretching out. I'm like, oh, I live for these moments. And then we had this dance-off, this epic dance battle with Bruno and his team, and it was amazing.
Yeah, we missed out.
Yeah, I was like, you got served.
Yeah.
You wrote a book about Kaavia James called Shady Baby.
Yes.
What's her favorite book now?
Shady Baby. It wasn't at first. She was like, I guess she was like, I don't really see the likeness. But then she was all in. And so she started preschool not too long ago, and they were like, and your name is Kaavia James, right? And she was like, Shady Baby. And I was like, way to stay on brand.
Showing her young.
No, babe, that's your character and your
Oh my goodness, Gabrielle, it is so good to see you. Good to have you back here in studio. We want folks to know the book, You Got Anything Stronger, is out tomorrow. And Dwayne, my man, Bridgerton treatment from Gabrielle Union this morning. All right, that's fantastic. Good to have you, all right?
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.